A recent Common Sense media survey of kids ages 11 to 17 found that half got at least 237 notifications on their phone each day, and the median amount of time they spent on their phones at school is 43 minutes a day. That's one reason more teachers and child experts are pushing for school districts to develop phone-free policies. The American Federation of Teachers and the National Education Association just came out endorsing bell-to-bell phone-free policies in schools yesterday. For my Kidsburg story today, I visited a local school that's been phone-free for a few years to see how it's working. Sto-Rox High School might look like a typical high school, but if you've been in a high school lately, you'll notice one big difference: no cell phones. A couple years ago, administrators started collecting the phones and putting them in these envelopes and bins when students enter the building, and they return them at the end of the school day.
Teachers are no longer having to ask students to put cell phones away. They're able to actually teach directly to them and not have to worry about them being distracted during class.
Think about our Broadway, right? The main strip where businesses and things are.
Teacher Cheyenne Ripple loves the phone-free policy and says without it, the phones were distracting.
They would just kind of look through you, and then they're looking down at their phones and they think they're inconspicuous, and they're not. And they're definitely less focused and less engaged. And I don't think they're retaining the information as much.
Ripple says she's no longer policing kids about being on their phones.
Not having them in the classroom allows for them to deeply connect with each other, with me as their teacher, to try to build bonds and also to be able to focus on the work.
High school junior Ayanna Lewis says she noticed a difference between when she could have the phone in 9th grade to now.
Yes, my grades weren't that well in 9th grade, but they started improving 10th grade and towards 11th.
And why do you think?
Because I didn't have my phone and I wasn't always on it.
Schools are going phone free, not just for academic reasons. Students are learning to communicate with each other. The teachers here tell me that before they had the phone ban, kids would be on their phones at lunch, but now they're talking.
When I first started here, when cell phones were allowed, everyone would be on their cell phones listening to music, not really interacting. The lunchroom was extremely quiet at that point. And now, yes, students are having conversations and able to, communicate with each other.
The students and administrators say the phone-free policy has also helped cut down on fights at school. Some students don't like the policy and feel the phones would help them communicate with coaches and concentrate listening to music. They say without phones, there are just different distractions.
Instead of me listening to music and doing my work, I'm talking to my friends because it's I'm getting distracted.
I think we should be on our phones sometimes. Give us an award, because when we get done with our work, we're just sitting there doing nothing for 20 minutes.
But at Sto-Rox and other schools that have adopted phone-free policies, students, parents, teachers, and administrators adapt to the change. Mileva Rapaski is originally from Western Pennsylvania and is co-founder of Phone Free Schools Movement. She says there's momentum as more school districts, states, and even countries are banning phones in schools.
We're not advocating that they never pick up a phone again. It's give them back the 8 hours of school time that they should be focused on learning and engaging.
Now, Rapaski says her organization provides free toolkits for administrators and anyone who wants information on creating and implementing a bell-to-bell phone-free school policy. We've got a link to their website and to kidsburg.org where you can see more on this topic, and you'll find those at kdka.com/kidsburg.